What's up, guys? Thanks for joining another video. We are working on a 280ZX engine for our 1973 240Z. While we're building that engine, we need to work on the internals, and that means we need to balance our pistons, we need to balance our connecting rods, and all those little parts that go into connecting them to the crankshaft. And one of the things we need to build is a balancing jig for the connecting rods. So that's what we're going to do today. Stay tuned. So what does it mean to balance a connecting rod? So we have one of the connecting rods here, and essentially what we need to do is there's 6 of them, so we need to make sure they're all within about a half a gram to a gram equal in weight. And then as well, we need to ensure that they are the same, about half to 1 gram equal in weight in both the smaller side, which is the piston side, and as well to the connecting rod to the journal of the crankshaft. And so we need to weigh the one side and the other in order to balance that. So let's take a look at what we need in order to make that happen. So the first things and why we're in the workshop is we're going to need some wood and a few pieces here and there, and we need to start with a base that is pretty flat. And of course you can make this out of metal, it just depends on what you have available to you, but we had this piece of MDF and we're going to cut this down, as well as you need a few pieces of some good thick stock that would be able to stand up, straighten down. And then in order to do that, and just to make it more secure, we have some 90-degree angle brackets and some washers and some bolts. And the key part here is we're going to need some hole saws. And in this case, the Datsun connecting rod is about 2 inches, a little over 2 inches in diameter for the journal. And it's a little over 3/4 of an inch for the piston knuckle. So we have 2 hole saws to cut in the wood, and keep in mind you're wanting to make the hole and you'll want the internal diameter of the hole saw, and in this case these 2 are going to work. So let's get started. We'll start drilling some circles and then start cutting down the wood to make it. So we got our circles cut and we sanded them down as you saw, and we want them to pretty much sit right about center in the journal space, and as well for the knuckle pin, and those fit really well, and they want to be able to freely move. So now what we're going to do is we're going to cut down the base and get that size properly. So now we're looking at the base, and the way we want to cut that is first and foremost lay out your scale, and the scale will want to be within the size of your base. So we're fine on the depth of the wood, we just need to look at the width. And where we want the connecting rod to lay is within about this size. So our tower would be roughly about here. So we will just make a mark. The width isn't science, so we'll just get it as close as we can. And then we'll go to the saw and cut that out. We have our stand cut, and now what we need to do is make a table for the connecting rod to sit on for the scale. And all we're going to do is take our stock and cut just a square piece. And so we did off camera cut that piece, and now we have our stand. And we can go ahead and attach our little angle bracket. All right, so our table is complete. We've centered the bracket on the little piece of wood, and as well, it's important to maintain in this build that this table sits centered as close to you as you can to the scale. So now what we need to do is build our tower. That's going to hold the opposite end of the connecting rod, and where that's going to sit in relation to the scale. And that looks about right. Just double check. Looks good. Because you want the connecting rod as it sits on these two, is it's going to sit from the center of this hole to the center of this hole in a flat and level line. Alright, so we cut down our tower piece and we've found center on that, and we're going to line it up with our mark, and we're going to use the other brackets that we have and screw those down both front and back just to make sure we have it sitting upright and square to the base. So now that we have our table and our little tower, you'll want to just take a screw. I had these eyelets available, and just long enough to that it will insert into our rounds that we made, and that they would slide easily on and off. So they sit like that, and they sit secure, and you want them freely moving. So now we're going to focus on the tower piece, and that's a little bit more complex, and we're going to need 2 right angle brackets and a bolt and a nut, and the bolt and the nut is going to be used to attach the ends of the connecting rod. So we'll get that in place, and there's no real matter on length other than you'll want it larger or longer than the width of your round that we're using, and so this case we are good. So then next you'll want to get one of these necklace such keychains, if you could got a little knot in it with the little ends that clip, and we're going to attach the other bracket to the top of the tower. So now we take our lower bracket that we made, and off camera I drilled a hole in the corner of the bracket, and that way it will feed through our chain necklace that we have. And now we'll need to size the chain up for height, and we want to make sure that the chain height is level for the connecting rod. So now that we have that chain length that we want, double check our measurement. And then cut it with some clippers. Then we can just do a test. And here's our working balance jig. So you'll want to measure both sides roughly about 3 times to make sure you have a good average, and as well easily switched to be able to measure either side. And you'll want to make sure that the bottom of the connecting rod, in this case, it's very close but doesn't touch the floor of the table we've made. Thanks so much for watching this video on how to create a balancing jig for your connecting rods. We will be having video upcoming that will show and walk us through actually balancing and using our jig, all the internal parts. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. Don't forget to like, and as well, we appreciate you coming and watching the videos. Don't forget to subscribe as well. Thanks.